Welcome back, everyone, to the channel. I'm Pommy and Oz. So strap yourselves in because the AFL season isn't actually finished yet, but these trade rumours are heating up. Every week, we will try and condense the daily whispers, the daily delistings, the daily contract calls to try and get it to you in the easiest way. And we've already got a firestorm of rumours. Petracca's name has been linked. Stephen May is out. Carlton are making moves. St Kilda are throwing around big contracts like confetti. We're going to break it all down for you. So without any further ado, let's run that intro. You're going to hit the like and subscribe, and we're going to get into it. So we'll start with stability first. That's always a good positive. And deals have been done since I last gave you an update. Carlton have locked away Jesse Motlop until 2027. That's a big plus for the Blues. Motlop has had a much maligned year where people have got on his case, but he's definitely got the talent. And now he's got 2 years to really show and tie himself down in the navy blue and hopefully get the love and support he deserves from the fan base. Geelong, they went with Rhys Stanley and young gun Mitch Mason, seeing them through another year. Stanley is a staple of that Geelong side, keeps their ruck stocks going. Mason has had interest from other clubs, but Geelong backing him in. Still a question mark, though, on George Stevens, who I'm surprised hasn't been linked with a move away. West Coast quietly have secured their foundations. Tom Cole, Jacob Newton and Tom McCarthy all signed on. Tom McCarthy all the way through to 2028, a clear vote of confidence for the mid-season draft pick, who has really gone from strength to strength. Adelaide were busy. Hugh Bond got 2 more years. Zach Taylor has re-upped himself till 2026. Both are the next cabs off the rank for the Adelaide, really locking in their depth. North Melbourne, surprising for me, Callum Coleman-Jones got a year deal. Zach Banch, though, more obvious, real clear upside with this guy. Sydney, Joel Hamlin, the staple of that backline who was trialled as a forward against my Blues, he secured a year's deal, but we will be talking about key position Sydney players all year. But you can see a theme here. Clubs aren't holding stars, they're banking depth. Role players stabilise their list before we have the chaos that is trade week. Now there has been some exits and some big ones, I would say. Essendon swung their axe. Todd Goldstein and Jayden Laverde, they were gone. This was followed by Oscar. Essendon are starting to trim and refresh. Collingwood, they cut deep. Charlie Dean, Ash Johnson, Finn McRae and Oleg Markov. A big group of players suddenly on the market. Premiership hero Oleg Markov, his run has come to an end. And Johnson makes an intriguing prospect because his ceiling is high, never got going. Sam Frost and Jasper Scaife, they left Hawthorn. Real interesting with this one as they reshape the bottom half of their list. You could see Sam Frost getting picked up by someone, a solid competitor. The Dogs delisted Liam Jones. He's been serviceable, but injuries have caught up with him and the pace of the game seems to have got away from him. But he will be an option for teams that are looking for experience. Gold Coast removed Sexton, Berry and Lloyd Johnston. Berry has already got links with West Coast. The Suns are clearing up for another bumper draft class that's coming in. These delistings do open up the delisted free agency market with some bargain buys. We've seen teams use this recently as part of a modern day strategy. It's going to be interesting who does swoop. GWS will love some of these. Rumours, here's where it gets spicy. After having a week of Zach Merrett leaving, Andrew Welsh has come in as the new president and he's confident he will remain a bomber. Brad Scott has fronted the cameras and spoken about it. Teammates have had sound bites. Merrett's management keeps stirring though. There has that meeting with Sam Mitchell and whispers now Adelaide has entered the fray. It does feel like a tug of war, this one between club and player. It's going to be interesting how this one pans out. Petracca, Michelangelo Rucci has already said Gold Coast are in pole position. Tom Morris added Adelaide and Sydney with whispers of Collingwood. If Melbourne crack, it's going to be interesting because they'll get some good return for him. And Gold Coast with Petracca, boy oh boy, that is exciting. Charlie Curnow was spotted at the Geelong game. Reports now saying he's willing to take a pay cut. Apparently met with Cats in May. Imagine that. This guy has literally done a Zach Merrett and he's probably getting better PR than Zach Merrett is. Tom Harris and Sam Edmund confirmed that May has to find a new home. Collingwood are circling. Imagine pairing him with Darcy Moore makes that backline incredibly strong. And Sam Flanders has a 5-year mega deal from St Kilda. Does cause a problem because their first pick's probably there and they're going to use it on Harry Dean. That could be music to Carlton's ears, but Carlton, Essendon and Melbourne are all circling for Sam Flanders. Cal Wilkie did meet with Luke Beveridge at the Dogs, but looks set to stay. Key defence stability there for the Saints. Jamara Ugle-Hagan, Gold Coast are doing their due diligence on him, say the reports, but the false reports were he didn't meet with North. This one feels like it could be gettable. It's a cheaper option to Charlie Curnow. CJ's going to have to request a trade to get to Carlton because he is a required player. This probably prices him out of a Carlton move with Hawthorn saying he's a required player, but Ollie Florent is an interesting one. Carlton evidently are involved in this deal. Sydney don't want to lose him. That's a wait and see for me. Connor Buderick, we talked about him last time. Brisbane are in the mix, but it looks like the Doggies are in pole position. Brandon Starcevich, West Coast have offered 6-year deal. That's massive. They're trying to lure him home. Part of a cultural reset. What stands out here is Carlton, Gold Coast are having a little bit of a sniff around, while Melbourne look like they've got a mini exodus, but Eagles doing the right thing. Now let's look at the club-by-club highlights. West Coast, Don Pike has admitted they are discussions for the AFL for concessions. It shows what they're trying to do. They're doing everything possible to accelerate their rebuild. They have asked for allowance to get Brandon Starcevich so it doesn't affect the Oscar Allen compo. Tom Berry has been linked. Judd McVeigh has been linked. They are heavily into it and they're going hard. Carlton, they locked away Motlop. McGovern looks like he's going. There is links with CJ, Florent, Buku, Khamis has requested a trade. Curnow, rumours won't die. But TDK's compensation pick is on the table. Means Carlton are going to be making some moves, which is a wait and see for me. Collingwood, Mason Cox has been told to explore his options. Tom Mitchell, also the same. A Premiership midfielder potentially on the move for a rebuild. Remember, they cut Dean, Johnson, McRae, Markov. Linked with Stephen May. This could be an interesting what Collingwood do. Definitely have to do a little bit of rejiggling. Hawthorn, they lost Sam Frost and Scaife. CJ remains interested in Carlton. Jai Sarong attracting suitors from North and Essendon and Fremantle and the Eagles. Warple tipped to leave to go to Geelong. St Kilda, they continue their big spending. They are trying to bring Sam Flanders over. He would be a great acquisition. Wilkie is staying, and Jack Steele's name continues to bubble around. Melbourne, they are definitely in this rebuild phase. Stephen May and Petracca look like they are on the way out. But Brody Majacek is a key target for them. This is the key forward they desperately need. Judd McVeigh looks like he's leaning towards Freo or staying at the Dons. And the Doggies, they have told JJ to look elsewhere. Buku Khamis has requested a trade. But Ugle-Hagan is one to wait and see. They definitely want him out the door. So zooming out, there's a big theme here. Mega contracts for Flanders. Starcevich looks like he's going to reshape the open market. Carlton's fingerprints are everywhere. They're looking at them senior role players. With McGovern leaving, they could be a busy mover in this one. And delisted free agency could be back in vogue. Sam Frost is a great acquisition for someone. Tom Berry has been linked elsewhere. And Laverde is set to sign with GWS. Petracca and May on the way out of Melbourne, they're definitely resetting. And I'm loving West Coast's aggressive concession hunts. Looking at Berry, Starcevich, McVeigh. They're throwing the kitchen sink to get themselves out of this mess. So there's your off-season recap for this week. Contracts locked in, stars settled, and more bombshell rumours flying left and right. Petracca, where will he end up? Stephen May, is he an option for your club? This could be a really unpredictable trade period, and I'm super excited. Which of these stories do you reckon actually lands? Does Petracca actually join Gold Coast? Do you see Charlie Curnow playing at Geelong? If so, how do they do it? And can you not wait for trade period? I am so excited. We will be live every day during the trade period. Recapping this, we'll be live Sunday. So if you made it this far into the video, drop in the comment section what you'd like us to discuss. Make sure you like and subscribe. I've been Pommy and Oz. You've been fantastic. See you soon.